The vast plains of the Midwest had once been lush with natural beauty, home to wildlife and small farming communities. But all that changed when a massive oil tycoon, Robert Langston, bought up the land, promising jobs and prosperity. Instead, Langston and his company, Langston Oil, had been drilling recklessly, poisoning the water supply, destroying farmland, and disregarding environmental regulations. All to line his pockets with even more money. The people who lived in the area had suffered from health issues, water contamination, and even the loss of their livelihoods, but Langston was too powerful for anyone to challenge. Clint Eastwood wasn't intimidated by power. He had spent months gathering evidence of Langston's environmental destruction, and today, he was going to expose the man who had gotten away with so much. Clint made his way to the small town that had been devastated by Langston Oil's operations. The once thriving community now looked like a ghost town, with abandoned farms and homes. The air was thick with the smell of chemicals, and the once clear river was now polluted and stagnant. Clint didn't waste time. He walked straight toward Langston Oil's facility, knowing it was the center of all the damage. Guards watched him as he approached the massive gates, but Clint didn't hesitate. He knew this was the moment he had been working toward for so long. Inside the compound, Langston was in his office, overlooking the facility from his panoramic windows. He didn't see Clint coming, his focus solely on the business side of things. "What's this? Another protester?" Langston sneered as Clint entered the room. "Not quite," Clint said, his voice calm but filled with authority. "I'm here to make sure you're held accountable for what you've done to this land." Langston chuckled, clearly unconcerned. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said, leaning back in his chair. "My company is creating jobs, powering the economy, and providing fuel for the country." Clint didn't waste time. "Your company is poisoning this land, destroying farms, and killing wildlife, all for the sake of profit," Clint said, his voice hardening. "You've been putting people's lives at risk, and you've been doing it for years." Clint pulled out a series of reports, photos, and environmental studies showing the damage Langston Oil had caused, contaminated water supplies, oil spills that ruined crops, and wildlife that had been wiped out, "This is the proof, Langston. You've been hiding behind your wealth, but now the truth is coming out." Langston's face changed as he realized what was happening. "You don't understand how the world works," he said, his voice trembling slightly. "I've got the government in my pocket. I'm untouchable." Clint stepped forward, his presence overwhelming. "You're not untouchable," Clint said firmly. "Not anymore." Just as Langston tried to make a phone call to his contacts, the authorities arrived. They had been waiting for this moment. Langston was arrested for multiple environmental violations and the harm he had caused to the community. His empire began to fall apart as Clint watched the scene unfold. Clint didn't need thanks or recognition, he knew that justice had been served, and the people who had been affected by Langston's greed now had a chance to rebuild. The rivers would run clean again, the land would heal, and the community would begin to thrive. And if you want to see more of Clint Eastwood's unwavering pursuit of justice, where the guilty always face the consequences, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon, because Clint makes sure that no one escapes the truth. Fire ***.